Hello, how's it going? So today we are at our second update or first update after the intro for our 2019 Project Pan. So I'm really excited about this one because I have some progress that's quite positive. What we're going to be doing is I'm first going to take you through some of the changes, things I've done, kind of used up, and then I'm going to do a bit of a full face get ready with me for the Project Pan items and to talk about why I'm rolling what products in, and I'm adding quite a few this month. I think I'm like kind of on a bit of a success high from the first one because I picked some really easy kind of things to finish off or reach my goal. So I think the progress that I've kind of gotten to date is encouraging me to kind of bite off a bit more, but we'll see. Who knows if I can maybe chew it. So let's get into it. Cool. So first we're going to talk about products that I managed to finish. So the first one is the Mecca Cosmetica multi-purpose plumping balm. So at my last update I was up to this black line and now it is finished. So I use this as a moisturizer on my face. I kind of took it a bit down onto my neck and tried to use it more as a like a mask, which is what they say to do. And so I do notice if you put a thick layer on, it kind of starts to like ball up and want to come off your face a bit. So I've got it on right now. I basically finished it today. The second one is the Mecca Cosmetica Illuminating Primer. So this didn't have a lot left. It's weird because it does still seem to have like a bit of something in there, but I can't really seem to get it out. So like you can see, of course now you're gonna like prove me wrong, aren't you? It's like there's stuff on the bottom, but I just don't have a good way of getting it out of the bottle. And when I look in there, it's like right down the end. So I'm calling it quits on this one. I think it does a lot of that, like I'm squidging and nothing's happening. So, and then you get like a small spit. And then, so I just don't know if I'm like willing to sit there and like non-stop trying to get it out. So I'm kind of just gonna call that one. And I think it's starting to smell a little bit different than how it was when I first used it. And of course it does break me out a bit. So I'm kind of reluctant to keep using this as a face primer because it just doesn't seem to agree with me very well. So that one's out. Next product is the Posie Balm. So that there is hard plastic. So it's done in terms of like usable product, but like I could dig down in there if I wanted to get more of the balm out, but my feelings on that are that this balm is not particularly moisturizing. So it's kind of a bit, like it's a nice shade, it's a nice tint, but it's not the best as a balm. So for me, I'd rather a lip balm that actually kind of nourishes or, you know, gives me a bit of shine, something a bit different to this. So I probably won't be repurchasing that one either. And finally, this is a disappointing one for everyone, is the Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Lip Pencil. Guys, I didn't use this. Like, I didn't use it once. Like, I'm sorry. I called it, right? Like, I knew this, but I think it's just too old and it's time to let go. And it's just, you know, it's a bit sad, but that's life. And we move on and, you know, we try to use things up before they go bad. So there's a valuable lesson in that. Okay, so let's talk about products we're rolling in and get started with the full face. So let's do it. Okay, so the first product that I'm rolling in is this Dr. LeWinn's Eternal Youth Luminosity Day and Night Golden Essence. So what this is it's essentially like a serum. Like it says day and night. It says it's an essence. Like it doesn't actually describe it as anything, but it just says to apply on face and neck in the morning and the evening. So, you know, double use. It's an airless pump. So like I can't tell how much is in there in terms of like height because you can't see shit. And I can't open it, but I have weighed it, so we'll track the kind of growth in terms of weight. So what it is it looks like a gold goop, and I like this as you can use it as like a sort of like a serum-y primer, like a treatment-y kind that moisturizes. The other thing that it's really good for is refreshing your makeup. So if you have your makeup on and maybe you've been at work and you want to go out to dinner and you don't want to like put on more makeup, but you just want to kind of look less dull, what this does is I just do like a little bit between my fingertips and I just like press it into my skin like that, like into the higher points, and it just gives you like a bit of a glow that's quite nice for that. Okay, so you can use it as a primer, you don't have to, but yeah, so that's the first product that we are rolling in. So the next product is that we're rolling in is also another primer, because I feel like I had like a moisturizer primer combo move out, so I kind of want a moisturizer primer combo moving in. So I have the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer in the color correcting in the green. So this is because I have redness. So these are sort of pore filling primers that are colored. It's quite crusty. I find with them is you have to like, so I close it, I just do this. So first of all, in terms of where it's starting, I've marked the line there. I've done it because it looks like it sticks to the sides a bit, so you kind of have to get a bit in there. I'm not going to use this today, but I'll just show you. It's quite hot, so it's kind of like it splits, so it is like it is green, and then but then when you rub it in, it's sort of just like gone. So it doesn't, I don't think it does the best, like it's legit gone now. I don't think it does the best job at adjusting redness. That bit kind of goes away. What it is a bit of a combo between like a silicone based primer and an oil base. So I think it's like a sort of gel suspended in an oil. So that's why it gets, it splits a bit and you're gonna kind of use it. So I've had this for a little while. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst. I think that I just want to kind of, you know, use it up so I can focus more on primers that I love, because this ain't it. So yes, I'm not going to put it on my face today, even though we're doing a full face, just because I feel quite primed already. And the next one, of course, is our Smashbox Photo Finish Serene Creams Primer Water. So I've like made it all foamy now because I just dropped it. So black line is update 1, and I will insert a photo as well with update 2, but I'm just going to mark it now as well. So that is where we are at month 2. I'm going to use this at the end as a finishing spray, but I thought I'd just touch on it now because sometimes I use it as a primer. Great, so starting with our Maybelline Fit Me in the Dewy and Smooth, this is where we're at in terms of progress. So I've marked it. I haven't used it as much as I maybe would have liked, and I think the reason for that is I've just been going for something like a bit lighter, or I have been testing a new foundation. So I've been testing the new Too Faced GU full coverage foundation for a review, so I've been using that pretty consistently for the last sort of week, just to get a good read on it, and I think that that has slowed down my progress on this. I don't think that that's the end of the world. I still think that that is decent progress, and if I managed to kind of keep on that, I would have used this up, or I will use this up in the space of a couple of months. So I'm, you know, really going to try and focus on it for the next couple of updates, and hopefully that one will be done. I've decided, as a result of the fact that like I am kind of favoring slightly more like light and summery looks, I'm gonna roll in a sort of lighter product. So this is the Nars, and like forgive me for how filthy it is, but like again, all Nars packaging is just disgusting after you use it like once. Like I don't get it, but like in a way it's sort of like a badge of honor. Like if you know what I mean, like if you're like, you know, when you're like getting ready in the bathroom somewhere public and like you pull something out of your bag and it just looks like real busted and nasty, and you're like, that chick knows what's up. Like she's got it dialed. So that's why I'm kind of rolling in this one. It's the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser. So it's just a bit of a lighter look. It's not like, it doesn't fade to nothing. You do notice it, but it's just something a bit lighter. And this shade that I wear is Terra Nueve, so the light 0. It's literally the lightest color it comes in. I don't dislike this. I quite enjoy it. I just think, you know, want to try and use it up because it is, again, getting a bit old. I reckon it's probably like down to here, so I've solidly used it. It's a 50ml product, and I've taken in the box, and what I've done is I've weighed this as well, so I'll include a photo with the weight so we can track how much sort of product we use in a month. Obviously it's not ideal to use like a 1 ml to 1 gram kind of situation, but like it's good enough for what we're doing. But yeah, I quite like this. Give it a bit of a shake and a bit of a buff, and it goes in quite nicely. This brush though, I am not convinced should be used for foundation. Like, I think I'm gonna have to use another use for it. Cool, so let's do concealer. So I'll insert a side-by-side photo. I think I've made some pretty decent progress. I'll have to check like in the photos, but the hole in here is definitely getting bigger, and I've kind of gouged. I don't know how well you can see that in the camera, but I feel like sometimes this means you use more product. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is. So like, I'll just pick some up on the brush. It's fine for applying, but I don't love the finish of a brush because it does leave little brush strokes under your eye, which is not ideal. So I think if I use this, like, it's fine if you don't want to get your hands dirty. It does the job, and it kind of can get into places quite well. But then I think for the blending, I do like that sponge. Cool, and then now just quickly onto brows. So I'm still using this one. I will insert a photo with the weight differential to show how much we use. It still doesn't say on the packaging how much is in there, so we don't know how long this is going to go. And based on this kind of packaging, I legit think it'll just like one day be gone, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, I guess I don't do my eyebrows today. Like, that kind of situation. Again, I do think the color match on this is really good for me, but I just hate the applicator, and as soon as it's done, pretty much I'm probably going to go back to my Precision brows from Kevin Aqua. And then, so I'm rolling another brow product in. So I'm rolling in the Ico Brow Gel Style and Define. So this says it defines brows for a natural finish infused with keratin and ginkgo biloba to maintain a healthy brow look. Okay, so that's just bullshit for one, because it's sparkly. Like, I kid you not. Put some on my hand. No, on my hand it just looks like swamp sponge. But like, shiny swamp sponge. I don't know. There's something not right about this. Like, and it's that, and then the applicator, it comes out so liquid, and you can't get the right amount, and it ends up making your brows just look really strange. But like, I bought it and I want to use it, so I try, and it's just, so I just use it very gently, and what's worse is it doesn't even hold my brows in place. Like, it kind of makes them look a bit wet and strange, and it doesn't even stick them there, and then sometimes it transfers on your skin. So I really don't like this one at all, and I kind of was like, oh, how bad can it be? You know what I mean? Like, it's a brow gel, I'm just using it to set my brows. No, it can be, and I really hate this. In theory, hopefully it just dries out before the end of this, and then I can also just call it quits. It says there's 8 mils in there, so we'll see how we go with that one. I'm really just trying to kind of run it through my brows like that, so it's not too in your face, but it just kind of adds a bit of color. Like, what's worse is it's like, it doesn't even dry down, like the bit that I put on my hand, and then it's left a weird like mark, like a watermark. I don't know, not into it, but you know, You do you, am I right? Cool. Oh, shit, I forgot to set my under eyes. So, let's talk exciting. Okay, I'm gonna set it first, and then I'm gonna show you what's in the palette because I am super excited. Just gonna give it just a quick set here. Nothing too crazy. So, I have been really trying with this one, and I'll insert a photo bite. As you can see, I'm starting to really expand the pan on that powder. So this one here, so I'm very excited about that. And the other exciting update in here is that I actually hit pan on the highlighter. Like, honestly, I'm floored. I've never hit pan on a highlighter before, and I know these are super small palettes, but like, I haven't had it that long. I've just been like going absolutely ham on it. So little thing in it, a little brush hair in it, but I don't know if you can see because it's shiny, but I'll post a photo in as well, and you can see there's like a shiny but like dark kind of terracotta colored thing in there, and I wasn't sure if I just had like hit a weird strangely blended bit of the highlighter, like maybe there was a pocket in there of the wrong color, but I got a little safety pin and I kind of poked at that orange bit, and it turns out that is the bottom. So I've actually hit pan on a highlighter, which is amazing. Sorry if my face looks ever so slightly different. I had some technical difficulties, my phone melted, and now we're here. So I'm just going to talk really quickly about the last 3 products. One of them is now on my eyes. It is the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Ransom. It's this bright purple. I work in a place where I can get away with wearing this to work, but you might not. If that's the case though, but you do kind of want to try and get away with it, just go for a bit on the lower lash line and see how you go. I reckon as well, I could potentially get away with doing this all over my lid for like a really intense kind of look. Just build it up. It looks a bit like it looks like that. It's just this pretty kind of duochrome color, and the purple really brings out the green in my eyes, so I quite like that. So for the remaining products, first is our setting spray. So I've made some good progress on that. I love how ridiculous you look putting on spray. And I love a face mist in this weather. Just kind of keeps me refreshed, and I enjoy that. So the two more products that I'm rolling in, one is skincare base. So it's the Perricone MD Pre-empt Series Exfoliating Pore Refiner. So this is a like an exfoliating primer, but it's not a physical one, it's a chemical one. So I tend to favor those over physical ones because I don't like scratchy things on my face. I find that causes more problems than it fixes. So I tend to favor these. It's about halfway done. It is in a dark bottle, which means there's probably something in there that goes bad, but who knows, it could just be like a brand marketing thing to just give it this look to make it feel a bit more like medical, I suppose. But I can't actually find an expiration period on it anywhere, so that's a bit confusing. But I would just kind of want to focus on using this and make sure I'm using it in my daily routine. And the next is the Whipped Body Cream from L'Occitane. I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy myself any L'Occitane. I get given it as gifts, and then weirdly I give it to other people as gifts. I like this. It's kind of got this whipped texture, like it's like foamy, and then it like blends in quite nicely. Like I just put too much of that for my hand, but blends in quite nicely, and it doesn't leave a residue. It smells like old people, so I don't know if it comes in other scents, but this one smells like old lady. You might not like that. Doesn't actually say what the scent is, but it's like strongly perfumed like old lady. So yeah. So I'm going to try and use that up. I don't know, I'm really bad at moisturizing my body. I'm really good at face and skincare in that respect, but I never use these kinds of products up, so I really want to kind of focus on this and see how long it takes. And then so that is it for this project pan. I will update you again in about another month with my progress to see how we go, and hopefully I can roll more things in and out of this. So that's all. So thanks for watching. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. More importantly though, if you just want to have a chat, leave me a comment. I just want to kind of get to know everyone. Thanks. Bye.